And we're back with North of the Broad with Christian Sherbert. You know him as the board treasurer for Beaufort Charities. And we talked last month, but we're here to talk again about the fabulous event, Palooza in the Park, the first weekend in March. So we're getting closer.
Yes, excitement is building. We've been selling a lot of tickets, particularly, as we mentioned before, we partner with our giving partners, which are local other nonprofits in the Beaufort area, and we let them sell tickets, and 50% of the proceeds, it's a $50 ticket price for Saturday and a $20 ticket price, and half those proceeds when they sell the ticket goes to their nonprofit. And I think they've already sold close to 1,000 tickets, which is just fantastic for them.
That's a very interesting process. I think that's our technique of how to raise money. Was that your idea?
Well, I'd like to take the credit, but we have a very exceptional board, people from all walks of life, retired businessmen, young businessmen, people in all different industries. And we really modeled that after we had a giving partner reception. And really neat thing that comes out of that, when we put these people together, we call it our giving basket. We find that maybe Kappa knows someone from CODA, knows from Historic Foundation, or from Habitat for Humanity, and they really become kind of a team, which is the neat thing that's happened. But in one of those meetings, Habitat for Humanity, which I had served on the board for many, many years ago, was talking about how their work program did so well, that those people that really were passionate and put in the work for their home ended up being the best people in the program. So we took that and said, if we engage these people, instead of, no one wants to be a charity, we say that all the time, no one wants to be given money.
Right.
You give them the opportunity to earn it.
To work for it, yes.
Yeah, and it builds something. They have a vested interest in it.
Very good, yes.
It started with organizations. We would give them tickets, and they would sell 15 a year. Now they're selling 150.
Wow.
They get it. They love it.
That's great, Christian. All right, so we start on Friday with a concert, right?
Yes, the Eagles Sunrise Band out of Alabama, and we are excited about them coming to play. It starts they start at 8 o'clock and go to 10 o'clock. Tickets are $20, and you can get them on BeaufortCharities.org, or you can go to Eventbrite, or you can buy them from one of the local charities, nonprofits around town, and make half your money goes as a donation.
All right, then Saturday's a big day, the big oyster roast.
Yes, 2 years ago we sold out every oyster from Savannah, Georgia, to Walterboro, to Charleston, South.
You did not.
Yes, ma'am, we did. We had restaurants calling us asking if they could buy back oysters that afternoon.
Really?
Yeah, for that evening. We did 500 and some odd bushels. I don't remember the exact number, but these are not like today we get little half bushels. These were big
full
40, 50-pound bushels, and we went through every single one of them. So we're expecting that again this year.
So tell me about the kind of the day and the volunteers and how it all shakes out and how it's organized.
Yeah, it's quite a moving target. We have probably over 300 volunteers who help throughout the weekend. We have kind of labeled. We have Jason Dangerfield, who runs the back of the house. We call it. He's the steam team. And they get all the fencing and everything set up. We'll be doing that on Thursday for the Friday event. And then as we get closer to the event, more and more of the advertising gets going on the radio through LCR, local radio group.
Right.
And then, come that day, 1 o'clock, gates open.
Okay.
And there's normally a line around the corner to get in. And they start eating oysters, and we have a shag DJ.
That's right.
All afternoon, and then we have a live auction.
Yeah.
And then we sort of reset and say, okay, we're going to do some, we're doing oysters all day, but then people sort of go back to eating oysters, and then we have another live auction a little later, and then we have D's Guys, which is a local band that people really, really like coming out to see.
Reggie D's.
Yeah, Reggie D's.
And they're great.
The whole day is from 1 to 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock is really the end of the event. 10 to 11 is kind of shutting down the park, closing up the trailer, stopping the alcohol, making sure if anyone needs a ride home, how we accommodate them.
And then just in our last 50 seconds or so, Christian, Beaufort Charities has been in existence how many years? And do you know how much you've raised?
This is our 48th year. And in the first few years, we were unlike any other thing, and we were given $5,000 to $10,000, which was phenomenal for Beaufort County. And this past year, we raised over $200,000.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So I think our total is about 1.7 million, 1.65.
Total. And all volunteer. You have no administration.
Never had one employee, never had in 48 years.
I mean, that is a feat.
Yes,
to have not even like a part-time executive assistant to help with details.
And the real trick is we're always trying to bring in young new people, Beaufort people.
Yep.
And you got to make sure they have the corporate knowledge to move forward. So it's
Very
a passing
good.
on of the knowledge.
Well, I know it's going to be a great event.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on North of the Broad.
I appreciate it.
Christian. And again, the weekend starts on March the 3rd, and of course the big Oyster Roast. Palooza in the Park. The Oyster Roast is on that Saturday. So get your ticket, and we'll be right back.